Hello and welcome back to Banished! Ladies and gentlemen, today it's gonna be part 8 of our Banished Let's Play. This, of course, is the town of Yonkers, with its population of... how many? 249 citizens. Oh yes, the town of Yonkers is ever-growing, it seems. And I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of glad that things haven't fallen apart completely yet. That's nice. That's good to know. It means that I can keep on playing Banished. We have a trader over here who is bringing some steel tools, iron tools, and all that stuff. I'm not interested, though, to be honest. What I am interested in doing, though, is going ahead and saying that this guy here, this tailor, can start making warm coats as opposed to just wool coats. So a bit of leather and a bit of wool will come together to make some warm coats, which I think is going to be, well, I mean, I know is going to be better than just the standard old wool coats. So we're gonna have a mix, basically. There's gonna be some that are wool, some that are warm. That's fine. That'll hopefully keep people nice and happy, keep them nice and warm. Having a look around, I think it might be time to go ahead and get ourselves a church, because we don't have one yet, and I kind of want one. So we'll get ourselves a little chapel. I'm not really sure where to put it. I mean, back here sort of seems like almost the ideal spot, sort of on that little hill there. Like, that doesn't seem like a terrible location. I could put it right there, but I kind of like the idea of it being there. I think that's a nicer location for it. I know location doesn't really matter in Banished, but I kind of like that as the location. So I'm going to throw the little chapel just there. And it is going to need some kind of little pathway in front of it, so we're going to go ahead and get that. So it's going to run just over to... well, there, I guess. So I'll do that, and I can bring this little bit down there, and that's going to be our little chapel. And it seems nice. Definitely seems nice. We'll go ahead and knock our builders up to 4 there. And I have had a few people that have been reminding me that builders, when they're not working, become laborers, much in the same way that farmers, when they're not working, become laborers. That's something I know that happens. I just like swapping them out and making sure that they're all set to laborers, because it means that if someone dies, they get replaced immediately in their job, as opposed to having to swap out a farmer and potentially go ahead and, or as opposed to having to swap out something like a builder and replace the other person manually. I want to make sure that stuff's all done automatically. Now, something else I think I would like to do is maybe look into getting another little fishing dock down here. If I can. I think another little fishing dock could be nice. I don't want them overlapping too much, but I kind of want another one. I could maybe throw it up here. No, that one's quite close. I'd have to put it up that way, which I think is a little bit too far away. It's a bit too far away at the moment, anyway. I will probably expand into this area eventually, but I feel like down here is pretty much going to be the best spot for it. It is going to be overlapping with the other one is my only concern, but I kind of, I don't know. Maybe we'll not do it yet. Maybe we'll have a fishing dock be the goal of expanding into this area. So we'll get some houses up here, we'll do all that good stuff, and eventually get that fishing dock. Now this little chapel is coming along real nicely, 92% complete. Definitely not bad, definitely a nice little addition to the area. I think what we can also do is go ahead and get ourselves another little graveyard behind it. So we'll throw that just sort of back here, and we'll get ourselves a little cemetery. Just sort of, there, I think. A little 12x8 cemetery could be kind of nice back there. Get ourselves some pathways around it, of course. I'm going to make the pathways for this thing out of dirt, just because I think, aesthetically speaking, it's going to be quite pleasant. And you might have noticed what's going on with Banished, by the way. You might have noticed that what's happening is something very similar to what happened with City Skylines at a point. Which is that now that I've sort of got a lot of things going my way, I'm focusing slightly more on aesthetics. And I know that's not for everyone, but I am enjoying it, you know? It is fun to play with the aesthetics of the whole thing. Now, what is this? 200 members already. So that thing is actually maxed out. So I technically need another one? Really? I don't really want another one yet. I kind of really don't want another one. I'll tell you what I do want. I do want more laborers, because we are getting a little bit low on that front. So let's have a little look over here. We have 121 families with 82 homes. We are going to need more homes, aren't we? We definitely need more homes. So let's have a look and see what we could do. We could get a few more over here. I don't think I want them there, though. I want them in this area specifically. I guess I could get rid of that cemetery. Is that a, like, can you get rid of a cemetery? Like, does it say that once it's placed? No. Let's try getting rid of it. Remove the structure. I have a feeling we need to now move the bodies, but we'll deal with that. 1 of 24 graves. We probably need another cemetery. Storage for log, stone, and iron is near capacity. That's fine. Let's not worry too much about it. Another little cemetery could be a good idea, though. So can I throw one in there? A little, like, 10 by 20 cemetery? That seems like it might be fine. Storage for log, stone... Is it seriously? Like, storage over here is fine. I guess we are near capacity. It's not saying we're at capacity. We are just near it. So let's get ourselves another little stockpile over this way. And just throw it into that space. That seems like a decent place for it. We can get one over here as well. And start storing stuff that way. We can store stuff here as well. And that should be fine. So this cemetery, I think, is pretty much clear at this point. A merchant has arrived. Oh, no laborer was available to replace a farmer. Let's get that done. Let's actually take the builders off that project for a bit. We are low on laborers. You are bringing food, but nothing I'm particularly interested in. Okay, we are pretty low on laborers. I'm going to bring 5 people out of the mines to work as laborers. And I'm going to go ahead and start building some... Oh, I can't. I can't build them. Why can I not do anything here? Is it because the graves... I think the graves must stick around, don't they? I'm assuming that's what happens. The graves actually just stay there. Maybe they stay there for a period of time. I don't know. I want to put houses in there, though. That's the thing. I really want to put houses in that space. But I don't think I'm going to get the choice. I guess we'll see what happens. I'm pretty sure graves do eventually go away. I'm pretty sure graveyards... For example, this one has 32 of 33, whereas that one has absolutely been full at some point or other. So this area will clear up eventually. We could put some houses up this way. Give some farmers some houses. I guess that could be an idea. Let's do it. Let's get a couple of houses up this way. Even if we don't get them built immediately because we don't necessarily have the builders for it. We'll get ourselves 4 little houses. Actually, we'll go for 8. We'll go for 8 houses. So just in that space there, we'll get some houses. We'll do a little dirt road going around them. Just like that, and just like that. Then we can put more farms over on this side. But having those 8 houses, I think, will be pretty decent. Ooh, I'm looking at this and feeling like I kind of want nomads to turn up. I really do. We'll put 2 people on the building job there and hope for the best. But I kind of do want nomads to turn up. Because that way we can go ahead and bring them in. It's a dangerous game to bring in nomads, that's for sure, but... Oh wow, that's unfortunate. So I brought those laborers out of the mine to be laborers, and then a miner was killed by old age. That's an unfortunate situation that guy found himself in. Also, I'm noticing we are on 65,000 food. How much more are we making right now than we actually consume? We are... Yeah, like 6,000 more? Okay. Let's set the food capacity to 60,000. So that'll pretty much stop the farms from working, right? Yeah, the food limit's there. So that's gonna pretty much stop the farms from working. Which I think will be okay. We do have more than enough time. We have pretty much got a... We have pretty much got like a several years worth of food there. I think like 2 years worth of food. At least. That said, I don't like having a hard limit. I don't like not having my farmers working. It could be weird not having them work for a year. But I guess we'll see what happens. I guess we will totally see. Oh, we don't have any laborers left. I think we're just gonna have to let a few people... I think we're just gonna have to let a few people die. I think we're at the point where we're gonna have to take a few people, maybe take like We'll take 5 more miners out of there. Get a couple more builders on the go. We're gonna have to bring the population down to build it back up, because we have more people dying than we have kids being born. And I think that is down to the fact that I don't have enough houses for the families, so we'll manage. We just, you know, we need to be patient for these things. Now food has dropped a little bit, so I should see my farmers going out to the fields. And I guess we'll see what kind of harvest we end up with. I've also just, there's someone called Since. Since. That's not a name. Since isn't a name. That's a word. That's just a word. Whatever. The names in this game, man, they're ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's go ahead and up the priority on these houses, please. Please, please, please get the houses built, because we kind of really need them to be built. All the farmers are doing their thing by the looks of it. Having a look over here. This is going well. We have got a merchant. What have you got for me? Leather, coal, warm coats, and wool. Nah, go away. Not interested, buddy. Not interested in the slightest. Let's go ahead and take some coats out of here. I'm going to put 200 coats back in the town. And I've seen a few comments with regards to trading. And people seem to be basically saying that the way to do trading is to have like just to have a bunch of firewood in here. So I'll put like 3,000 firewood in there. And I'll up the firewood limit to like 5,000. Or probably higher at some point, but we'll say 5,000 for the time being. We do have a decent few laborers. We have a house up this way, which I assume has a couple of farmers in it. Yes, it does. We could maybe look into another school fairly soon. I think it might be an idea to get a school over in this area. Could definitely be an idea. I still can't tell if this is clearing out yet, though. I feel like I should have Googled that one to see what happens with cemeteries in Banished. I'm certain that they do empty out, though. I'm fairly sure that is a thing. So I'm fairly sure these will go away eventually. I'm slightly worried that I've seriously messed things up there. That's always a worry. That is always a worry. I would like to go ahead and get a little path in there, though. Just noticed that I didn't have one across there. It kind of makes sense to have one across there. And it might be an idea to have one there as well. So that'll look a little bit nicer once that's all done. These houses are coming along quite nicely as well. Hopefully we'll get the paths in there eventually. Having a look at all of the farmers harvesting is kind of nice too. I'm going to be curious to see what happens when we run into the situation of having, yeah, there we go, 60,000 food. So are you all just going to keep on harvesting anyway? Kind of looks like it. No, actually, I don't think they are. I'm not quite sure what they're doing. Are they? Those are both pretty much 100% full. It actually does kind of look like the farmers aren't going to bother harvesting because they have too much food. So I think I am just going to maybe just change the food limit to like 100,000, to be honest. If we hit 100,000, then whatever, I'll go ahead and decide that we can keep that hard limit, but I don't want them wasting food. That just seems wasteful. It seems like a bad idea to waste food. I don't like the idea. I was raised by my grandmother. The last thing I'm going to do is waste food. See, that probably explains a lot for people watching this series, by the way. I don't talk about like my upbringing or anything, but I was raised by my grandmother, and I think we can all agree, if you consider the typical Irish grandmother, I'm not gonna waste food. And I'm always gonna end up making more food than I'm ever gonna need. Just keep that in mind. That comes from that's hardwired. That's not going away. So, just so you're aware of that one. Just so you know. I figured that you might as well know that. Alright, we need another school. So, let's get rid of, I think, this farm. Because, let's be honest, we probably don't need it. To be honest, we could probably get rid of those 2 farms and put some more houses in there. Which I think is going to be a good idea. But, first things first, I do want to get another school. And I think throwing it there could be an idea. Or there. What about there? Oh, I can't get it there. That's a shame. It would have been nice, sort of, having the school there, but we'll throw a school there. We'll put it there at the kind of end of that road. And I'm gonna put a few houses just on the road next to it. And then hopefully a couple behind it as well. Now we can get a house in there as well, now that I look at it. So I will do that. We'll get a little stone road going down to that house. There we go. So we'll get those built eventually. You are bringing cherry seeds, pumpkin seeds, chestnut seeds. Let's get the cherry seeds, and let's trade 100 of those. It's going to be 400, so let's trade 500 of those. Let's trade 550 of those. Let's trade 580 of those. Let's trade 650 of those. 650. 630. Overpaying by 20 units. That'll do. There we go. We'll take the cherry seeds. So now that that's done, we can dismiss you. And we'll go ahead and get ourselves another teacher. So there we go. We have another teacher. We now have a couple of farmers that are running around not knowing what to do with themselves. But I'm going to give them a job because we haven't actually built an orchard yet. So I figure that's what we could do. Let's go ahead and get a little stone road heading out this way. We'll go 15. We'll go 16. And what we'll do is get an orchard just like this. So 9 by 15 and 9 by 15. There we go. 9 by 15, 9 by 15. We can grow some stuff back there. Not that I necessarily want to. I haven't really wanted orchards up to this point. I still don't necessarily want them. I just realized I haven't got any yet, and I might as well. I mean, at this point, we're just sort of building whatever we want to build, so that's kind of the way I'm going to play this. So yeah, we'll get ourselves an orchard, and we'll see, you know, what we can do with that. We could also do with a few builders, so let's get 2 of those in the go. Alright, so this thing is ready to use. We can do cherries, apples, and let's do cherries on that one. We'll do cherries on that one, and we'll do apples on this one. Then we can do another one back here with pecan or something on it, but we'll see. It's gonna be good. I mean, I assume most of these people are, yeah, all farmers and kids. Actually, a couple of laborers there. Builder, farmer, laborer, builder. That's fine. I assume, yeah, the people working the orchard are going to be there for a while as well. Let's get 2 more people on that. And this is nearly done and ready to use. A couple of things need moved. There we go. So this one can be apples, and we'll go back up to the full bunch of farmers there. And we can take the actually we'll keep 2 builders on the go, I think. But looking at this, I probably do want to get another church as well, or a chapel as well. I might see about throwing a chapel over here. That could be nice, having a little chapel over this way. We'll see. How deep is this thing getting? My god, that's getting there. There's 20% remaining. That quarry's gonna be bloody useless soon. But that's alright. That's no big deal. I've never emptied a quarry in Banished before, so this is new for me. It's new and exciting, and it's pretty cool. Now let's see, what can we put up this way? I don't really, I mean, I guess I could put another couple of storage barns. We are getting pretty full on those in this area. I could throw a storage barn there at the corner. But I think what I'm going to try and do is put one there. And I can almost put one next to it. I'll do this instead. So I'll put the storage barn sort of back to back like that. Because I think that'll be kind of nice. So a couple of little back-to-back storage barns there. And just a little bit of dirt path there as well. The merchant has arrived. What have you got for me, buddy? Pumpkin seeds, eggs, peppers, steel tools, cabbage seeds. I don't think we have those yet, do we? So if I say if I say I want the cabbage seeds, I'll give you 620 for it. I'll give you 624 for it. I'll give you 625 for it. I don't think I have cabbage seeds. If I do, it's fine. I have more than enough firewood anyway. But, let's go ahead and swap these farms out for cabbages, or cabbages. We'll get some cabbages on the go. The orchard's doing their thing. These are going to get built eventually. We are down to 1 laborer again, though, which is slightly annoying. So I'm going to go back down to 1 builder as well, because there you go. We just had a farmer die of old age, so we do need those laborers. And we're now down to no laborers, so let's knock you off of that job. And I am also aware of the fact I did take 10 people out of the mines. We really do need to get this population growing a little bit. We have a lot of young people who are, you know, what are we on? We are on 96 houses with 102 families. We do have a population that is very... We have a population that seems to be very young. Like, there's a lot of young people. There's, what, 65 of them with 184 adults? Okay, so not necessarily, like, a third of the population. Oh, sorry, there are, what, 3 adults for every 1 student/child? That's still a lot. I mean, that's a lot of people that aren't working. And I'm also just not getting as many laborers coming through as I'd like. Like, we built this other school, but there's only 1 person there. I mean, this school has 6 students. This one is 15. So I don't know. We have run into a bit of a weird spot. That's for sure. We've run into a bit of a pickle. But we'll get through it. It's fine. I'm not freaking out. I'm not going, oh god, it's the end. The end is here. Like, I think we're just in a bit of a rut, basically. A rut that's going to be easy enough to get out of once we get a lot of these people out of the schools. I mean, admittedly, I could turn off the schools and get myself those 23 students out as laborers, which I'm very tempted to do, actually. You know what? I think I might actually do that. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna turn the schools off. Which I don't know if that's actually gonna work. But we'll see. If I turn both schools off, what happens? There we go. Bunch of laborers. That's fine. So that's exactly what I wanted. Yeah, it's questionable. Sure, they were in the middle of their education. Too bad. Don't care. I need the laborers. So I want those. I want 8 builders working hard to get all this done. And I want to get up to 24 vendors again. And you know what? We'll knock the builders down to 4. Don't need 8 of them. And I want to get the 30 miners again. There we go. That'll be fun. So the barns are getting done. The trees are being dealt with around here. They are really taking their time, though, aren't they? They really are. Nomads have arrived. That's not good timing. How many are we looking at? 24. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. I'll allow them. Brings you up to 16 laborers. Obviously, nomads can be a bit of a tricky thing to deal with because... Is that full? No, not quite. It's getting there, though. Nomads can be a tricky thing to deal with because you can end up in a situation where, you know, your resources can't necessarily handle them. I think I might be okay. I think I have the resources to handle them. I am going to build a boarding house over here, though. And I think that's going to have to be a pretty high priority thing to deal with those that are homeless. So I'll set that to high priority. Hopefully we'll get that done quickly. I'll go ahead and bring the laborers up to 8 there. So hopefully that can get built. They can move into the boarding house. I'm realizing that the fact that there's so many people living in here is possibly a sign that I do need a bunch more houses. So what I'll do is build the boarding house there and then I think put a little road around it and then put some houses around that. I wasn't necessarily keen on the idea of having a lot of houses over here, but I think because they're so close to storage barns that they'll be okay. They are living opposite 68 chickens. So that's going to be a little bit loud. Possibly a little bit smelly. But I think they'll manage. That's the hope anyway. Let's go down to 4 builders there. Boarding house is nearly done. We have another merchant as well, which is good. Bean seeds, squash. We don't have squash yet, do we? Or pears, or peaches. Let's do squash. We've just had a disease has occurred. Good, good. 625 of those. I will make the trade. You can get out of here. Alright, where is the disease? The disease has occurred here. You better be on your way to the hospital, buddy. Yeah, there you go. So what do we got? 1 patient. 2 patients. Oh boy. I'm pretty sure my hospital can deal with it. 4 patients. Uh-oh. Come on. One of them's pretty far away. 5 patients. Oh god. Please. Please stay in the hospital. There's literally no need for you to be outside. Stay inside. 4 of you. Just stay in the hospital. 7. Oh, Christ. Come on. Don't do this to me. 6. 5, 6. Oh, Christ. Stop getting sick. Stop getting sick. 4. I don't like it when stuff like this happens. I don't like it when diseases crop up. 5. Oh, God. I'm gonna have faith that we can deal with the disease. Why are you going so far away? What the hell are you doing? You should not be over there spreading the plague. There's only 1 patient. If someone else gets it, it was you. It was him. I don't know who that was. But that guy gave someone the plague. Come on, that's the last case of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of that disease. That is literally the last one. No, someone else got it. No, no, that's the last one. Please, just be rid of it. Or don't, whatever. What do I know, huh? What do I know? I think we could do with a couple of houses over here, though. I think just a couple of little houses, like, behind this thing could be nice. So 1, 2, 3 there. We'll get those 3 up. We are still on 1 patient. There's 1 person that's really keen to keep their disease. Like, he's just loving it. Oh, there we go. We're done. Alright, that was... It's always worrying when people get sick. It is always worrying. Also, the reserve of firewood's a bit low. I think it might be an idea to... Oh, wow, that's full. Christ. I think it might be an idea to get another woodcutter. Just so we can keep firewood up. Since we are using firewood as a like, the thing for trading as well. And, yeah, I was right. The farms are slowly disappearing. So... let's give someone a job over here. So someone's going to be doing some wood cutting over this way. Which kind of makes me think I probably want to get a little stockpile there. So let's get a small stockpile just beside the woodcutter. We can get one behind as well, I guess. There we go, so that should be pretty good. These houses are popping up, which is good. We are currently full on clothes, which is, I guess, fine, technically. I mean, it does give my tailors nothing to do, but there are worse situations to be in. My worry is, admittedly, though, the low firewood. We have 3,000 in here now. We only ever need 600 and what, 625? So I think I will drop the amount of firewood to like 2,000 at any one time as opposed to 3,000. Now what do you have? Nothing I'm interested in, so get lost. So yeah, we'll dump 1,000, well not gonna dump it, we're gonna take 1,000 firewood out of the trading post, put it back into the town inventory, and that should be fine. Now you need a worker, so let's get another woodcutter on the go. And that should be good. That'll give us another woodcutter to do some good stuff over here. And I think I will bring the fuel limit is 5,000 there for firewood as well, so I think we're fine. I honestly think we're fine. I've also realized that the trading post is dumping the firewood over here. So that's great. That's exactly where I kind of hoped you wouldn't dump it. So I appreciate that, trading post. Let's also throw some storage here. That's a shame. That would have been a nice spot for it. We'll put some storage there, though. These people aren't necessarily going to be happy about it, but they're going to have to deal with it. Get a little bit of a stockpile going there, too. And a little bit of a stockpile going there. And there as well. Just get a bunch of storage in here. Too small. I could probably get a decent sized stockpile here. Yeah, that seems fine. We're just going to store stuff wherever we can, is what I'm realizing. We are just going to put it anywhere we can. Now, in other news... Oh, what is up with you? Are we Mr. Teacher? We are Mr. Teacher. Alright. That's interesting. We have 22 students at the moment. We are down to, like... We are down to 5 laborers again. We are running into a lot of situations where people are just constantly dying. Like, we're below 200 adults again. We're up to, what, 90 students and kids combined? That's a lot. That is a hell of a lot of students and kids. Like, that's worrying. Having a look here. 106 families for 100 homes. We have no one living in this boarding house. And no one living in this boarding house either. Which is good, but... Oh man, that number. That is a scary number of kids. And a scary number of students. Well, students not so much. It is good to see that the amount of students is climbing towards 40. If we could fill up both of the schools, that would be nice. Because it would mean that any kids that don't get into school are immediately going ahead and becoming laborers, which I don't mind if there is a portion of my population that isn't educated. I'm not really worried about that. And we do have a lot of people becoming students, so we should start seeing a situation where kids are no longer becoming laborers, or no longer becoming students and are becoming laborers. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, we have 100 of them as well. So that's great. That's just fabulous. That's just exactly the best thing. 295... Yeah, 295 citizens. That's scary. 52% educated. It'd be nice if that were higher, but I imagine bringing the nomads in may have knocked that number down a little bit. But no worries, that's fine. Let's, I suppose, just keep on doing what we're doing and hope that it goes well. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to leave it there for today. I would say the little expansion we've made up this way is kind of nice. We have some orchards, we have some new houses, we have some more storage barns, which are not actually all that full, which is nice. These ones are pretty full. We're up to 70,000 food. Last year, we still produced like 3,000 more food than we needed. Despite bringing in, what, 24 nomads? So we're doing alright. We are doing alright. Let's see, anything else I want in there? Not really, get lost. There we go. So he's gone. Yeah, we are definitely doing alright. Unfortunately, we don't have any laborers left, so as people start dying, we are gonna run into some problems. We've lost a vendor here and there, we've lost farmers, we've lost... I mean, we are down to what? No, we're alright. Stonecutters, yeah, we are gonna need to get more of something. I just don't know what that something is. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna leave it there for today, so thank you, Ken, for watching. This has been Banished Part 8. Banished Part 8. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!